welcome to high school soccer on SWX. I'm Dominic Delfrio here at Amon Park for some crosstown rivalry soccer matchup between the Billings Senior Broncs and the Billings West Golden Bears. Billings Senior coming to this one 8-3-2 on the season, looking to give the Golden Bears their first loss on the year. Billings West coming this one 11-0-2. We'll start with Billings Senior, who is spearheaded by Eliza Bentler, who's coming into this one. She already knows where she's going to play her college soccer. That is in Missoula at the University of Montana. She comes into this contest with 11 goals on the season, which is tied second in the conference with opposing player Emma Lensing. We'll get to her in just a moment. But one thing we need to pay attention to with Eliza Bentler is just the way she controls the pace for that Bronc attack, especially as a forward. Very good at dictating how the other forwards and the midfielders move when they are on the attack. And now shifting gears to the Golden Bears, who are looking destined for a state title run. Last year, a little bit disappointing, being eliminated in the first round. This year, Coach Rob Zimmerman says his team is focused on having a state title run, and number 3, Emma Lensing, is one of those key players who's going to spearhead that state title run and the offense here, the offensive attack tonight for the Golden Bears. She comes to this one tied second in the conference with 11 goals as well. One thing Coach Rob Zimmerman also says, she really just has uncoachable talent, just so athletic and really great out there on the soccer field. And one other thing she's really well at, she's just a playmaker, makes everyone else around her better. Chloe Davies, Sophie Severson, and the rest of that West attack, just so dynamic whenever Emma Lensing can get down the right side and make some plays for the other Golden Bears. So kickoff coming up here shortly on SWX. Should be a great one, folks. We're about to go live.
Sounds good.
Perfect. And a good Thursday night, everyone. Welcome to a cold, windy night at Amon Park for some crosstown soccer between Billings Senior and Billings West. I'm Dominic Delfrio, and joined by my partner tonight,
Johnny Windsor.
Johnny Windsor. And we have a great matchup tonight. Undefeated Billings West, 8-0-2, or 8-0-2, 9-0-2 on the season. Sorry about that, folks. And Billings Senior, 8-3-2 on the season. Trying to hand the Golden Bears their first loss. We are just about 2 minutes into this one, scoreless here in the first half. This is Avery Lamborn here for West, clearing it down the left-hand side. That'll be a throw-in for the Broncs. And Johnny, for a team like Billings West, who scored 42 goals this season, only 2 allowed, what are some things we should be looking for out of Billings West?
Well, I think what you're going to see from their formation here is that they play their wingers pretty high, as we're seeing right now. Both teams set up in looks like a 4-5-1, but I think West are really going to try and utilize their high wingers here today, playing more like a 4-3-3. I think the guys in the middle are going to run this game and try and send those guys on the outside. It's a fast surface, and I think that's going to play right into West's hands tonight.
And our 2 goalies for tonight, Brenna Lentz for Billings Senior, and in net for the Broncs, it's going to, or for the Golden Bears, is going to be Ashlyn Dvorak. She will also be joining Billings senior number 2, Eliza Bentler. Both of them will be playing their college soccer at the University of Montana next fall. Great friendship between those two spanning over a decade. But right now, rivals out on the field. Bella Murphy playing with it in her own third. Will play it back to Dvorak, who sends it deep. Down the side here, that's Mackenzie Allen playing it forward now, but back in plenty of time is a senior defense. There's Chloe Davies keeping the ball in. She'll play it back across the field. Emma Lensing giving chase, unable to get there first. Booted up in the air. That's going to be a foul on Lensing. Free kick for the Bronx. Bronx coming onto this one. 3 losses on the season, 2 draws. Trying to give their foe their first loss of the season. Spoiling senior night for the Bronx, but the Bronx trying to have none of that one. Going into an only third, but there's Lintz there clearing that one away. Playing it up the field there for Morgan Overby. Plays pitch and catch in their own third, but going to give it away now for the West offense. Trying to make a quick little counter here. Davies playing it into the middle. Give and go, Davies back down the left side. Swings it back into the box. And no one home. That one corralled easily by Lintz.
You know, I think that's something we're going to see, that trend in play there all night long. Playing from one side to the other. 3 guys in the middle controlling the play and pressuring hard on senior.
And Bella Murphy now back in her own third, waiting for someone to open up. Plays it up to Caceres there. Cutting it through the midfield. She'll find Chloe Davies now being pressed. Davies, when they play it back now. And this one staying in bounds, able to keep it in now is West, playing it back towards the middle, won't make it there. It'll be a throw in for the Golden Bears. Kenzie Allen throwing it in, we'll get it back. She'll play it back into the box. Floater. That one, no harm, no foul. Be a goal kick for the Bronx.
It's a windy night tonight. I think these guys are going to be better off keeping this ball on the ground.
And do you think, you know, shots like that are going to be tricky for the keepers tonight if those balls get caught up in the wind, little knucklers like that?
Absolutely. You know, the wind looks like it's going across the field, so for West here, playing off the left-hand side and whipping that ball in, it's always going to be difficult for a goalkeeper to judge.
Dvorak there playing it to Lamborn. Caceres now in the midfield. Her pass is deflected, but trying to get it back now, can't. Here's Eliza Bentler on the ball now for the Bronx, the Montana commit. Playing it down the left-hand side for Bea Bentler, but unable to keep it in. Gonna be a throw in for West. Bella Murphy on the quick throw, looking for Emma Lensing. She cannot keep it in, or we might have a foul call here. And we do. Free kick going in the favor of West, or of senior, my apologies. Bronx in white, West in black. Free kick played in. Murphy gets ahead on it. Still in bounds. Bentler trying to get to it, battling for it. She does get back on possession. Nice little move there. Bentler down the left side. Trying to play it in. That cross won't make it. Murphy trying to play it out of bounds. Hits her own teammate there, but still able to clear the danger zone. Throw in for senior. First time we're seeing the Bronx with some sustained offense down in the west side of the field. They're actually going to call it a corner kick for the Bronx. It'll be Eliza Bentler taking the corner kick as senior gets numbers in the box. First corner kick for the Bronx is played in and played out. Senior back on possession, but unable to keep it there. Sievertson trying to get the loose ball shot taken. It'll go wide. Goal kick for Dvorak and West. Sierra Marcial trying to put that one on goal, unable to. Play resumes with Lamborn coming down the near side. Lamborn back to the keeper, Dvorak, who has 9 shutouts on the season. So she's had a wonderful year in net. Only 2 goals allowed on the year by the West defense. Here's Sievertson through the midfield now, playing it down the right side. Lensing giving chase. Lensing crossing, cross is played in. Lentz is there. She can come to that one, make the save, and she'll get ready to toss this one away.
There's a decent play there again, using those outside midfielders, trying to find those gaps in the defense there. I think that's something, again, we're going to keep seeing all night long. The only thing that I'm concerned with here is that how long is it going to take West to get used to this surface? It's a fast surface.
Oh. It's going to be a throw in for senior. We've come to this field a couple times earlier in the year to cover some West soccer games, and like you mentioned, they play so fast. The turf field gets them a little too far out in front of themselves sometimes, as Senior trying to work the ball through the midfield here. But corralled by West once again. Caceres now in the midfield working around. She'll play it down the left-hand side. Mary Spire, second on the team in goal. She has 9 this season. She's going to look for the team's leading goal scorer, Emma Lensing, who plays it back across the middle. Davies cutting there, unable to get to it. Here's Mackenzie Allen, though, with it. Mackenzie Allen cutting through the middle. Allen, no one stepping to Allen. Allen now in the box. Ball squirts away and played out of bounds off the flag. So we have a throw in now for West. No one stepping towards Mackenzie Allen there. Almost looks like she want to take that one into it by herself.
Yeah, you love to see that type of play. I mean, the West guys, you know, right now they're just overloading the center midfield. They got their outside defenders coming up and attacking. It's just creating too much for the central for the senior center midfielders. So I think we're going to keep seeing that overload and seeing West play a dominant style here.
West throwing now, playing it down in the right corner. Cross played in. Looks like it's going to be deflected or off of West, so it'll be a goal kick for the Bronx. Brenda Lintz early in the first half. Plenty of goal kicks, plenty of action her way from the West offense, who scored 42 goals this season. Goal kick booted away down towards the near side. Was able to stay in. It is, but not. Bronx trying to corral it here, and they do. Olivia Witchman now cutting it back across the midfield. She's going to play it forward now. And bobbled ball is now played down our near side. Bella Murphy there on the clear, right to our left. So Senior now trying to make some offense. They have a throw in on the West end of the field. Madison Schwab here on the throw. Ten minutes into the first half, scoreless at Amon Park Senior Night for Billings. West comes to this one with no losses on the year. Throw played in and cleared out by Mackenzie Allen. And this one deflected out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for West after that clearance by Jenna Wagner. Mackenzie Allen on the throw for West. She'll play it in to Caceres. Caceres with a nice footwork there. She'll play it back across the field, and the deflection does find Bella Murphy, who has to clear it, as giving chase there for Senior was Abby Thompson. So some sloppy play there in the backside by Billings West, resulting in a Bronx throw. Ball thrown in and kicked around, trying to get it down the right-hand side, unable to. Bella Murphy was there, but it is going to be played back into Dvorak, who gobbles that one up and punts it back down the left side here for Chloe Davies. Davies all alone, working the ball up. She's going to play it down. And that pass is intercepted. Davies, though, up and giving back chase. Another ball played through, but no one there on the receiving end for the Golden Bears, as that one rolls easily to Lintz.
Styles got a little bit frantic here, isn't it? 10 minutes in.
Neither team really unable to possess the ball here early. What have you been seeing so far through the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, you know, I think that it took Senior here a little while just to settle into the game. I think they were maybe a little bit frantic at the start there, just because, you know, West were possessing so well. I think now they've started to ease into the game and put a little bit more pressure on them, and they're really starting to threaten their center backs here. They've got some good speed up top, and I think looking for those counter attacks is going to be key for Senior here in the next 10 minutes.
Throw in for Caceres, but that one taken away. Great defensive play by Eliza Bentler on the tackle. She's now navigating the offense. She's going to play this one through, but the flag comes up offside. This is Abby Thompson. Play as it stopped there is the whistle.
There we go. We saw Senior pick up the ball, attack quickly. I think that's going to be their key here to unlocking a couple of goals here maybe in the next 10 minutes.
And is that a key for, you know, when you're playing such a stout defense like Billings West? Is that the best method to go ahead and score goals, those quick counters off turnovers?
No, I think when we look at the matchups here, Senior are overloaded in the middle, but what their strengths are is their speed. They can't be wasting their time here trying to possess the ball around a team like West, because it's not going to pay off for them, I don't think. They've got good speed, like I said before, and if Liza can get her head up quickly. Maybe that wouldn't have been offside and they would have been on one-on-one on goal.
Here's Overby on the throw-in for Senior, looking for Bentler, but unable to get it. Here's Caceres now, finding Allen, who plays it forward now, looking for Severson. Severson on the ball. She's going to turn and make a nice move to the right side. Here comes West now on the attack. Bentler there on the defense. Deflected off Senior, and it'll be a throw-in for the Golden Bears. First time these two teams met earlier in the season, it was a 1-0 West win over the Bronx. Ball thrown in now, played back off the head into the middle, but Lentz is there to get that one once again. So West, plenty of opportunity, or playing with plenty of time down on the Senior end of the field, is unable to capitalize on any opportunities as Lentz booms this one away towards the midfield. And it is corralled by Abby Thompson. Thompson playing it down the left side, giving chase, but unable to get there is Senior. So it'll be a throw in for West once again. Ball thrown in down the right-hand side. And Eliza Bentler there able to get possession back for the Bronx, but turned over once again. Here's Sophie Severson. Severson playing at a ball. Emma Lensing now giving chase. Lensing on the ball. Makes a move, cuts it back, plays it back. Shot taken off the mark to the right, not on goal. So no shots on goal yet for either team, as it'll be a goal kick for Senior.
Emma's looking sharp on the right-hand side there. Those balls from Sophie, I think they're going to get something from that soon.
Sophie Severson, Emma Lensing, Chloe Davies, just to name a few up there for West. Some of the top goal scorers on the team. Here's Severson on the ball, unable to corral it though, but she is going to play it forward. Ball tried to play it back into the box, can't. Deflection finds Emma Lensing. Lensing left foot. Shot rolls to Lentz. Easy save there. Lentz on the goal kick. Severson there to deflect that one away. There's Bentler playing it back though, to trying to get it to her teammate there, but Mackenzie Allen playing it Chloe Davies. And now Caceres navigating through the midfield.
West are controlling this game. They look like they've got a foothold back in the game here now.
Here's Madison Schwab now for the Bronx, trying to get things going offensively through the midfield. But unable to. Here's Marcial now to Bentler. Bentler through the midfield. Lots of room for Bentler. Bentler playing a ball through. She's got something. Kendall Tucker. Great opportunity for Senior, but the stout West defense there once again. Mackenzie Allen on the clear. And now we'll see if West can counter. Here's Lensing playing it forward now. Mary Spire playing it all the way back to the keeper, Dvorak, who's looking for Davies but unable to get there. Schwab beats it to the ball, but Mackenzie Allen back on the ball for West. Caceres to Davies. Davies forward now to Severson. Severson stops, backtracks, and she'll find Caceres. West doing a good job of possessing the ball. First time in a long time we've seen some possession for either of these two teams. Yeah,
and you love to see this style from West. You know, the more and more they play the ball around, across the field, up and down the field, they're going to start committing some of the defenders, pulling people out of positions, and that's when they're going to strike.
And there's another cross sent in, but there to gobble it up is Brenna Lentz, who sends this one away.
You know, I'd like to see West, you know, maybe be a little bit more patient. You know, I think Emma's put in a couple of good crosses, but right now they haven't really threatened the goal, you know, with any clear-cut chances. I'd like to see them maybe bring it back to the center and get a shot from in front of goal.
And when you say patient, do you mean to wait for more bodies getting into the box?
Well, you know, right now I think they're rushing to try and put the ball in the box when I don't think they need to. You know, they absolutely have the quality to be able to work this ball through them and bring the ball into better positions, you know, from which they can score. Right now they're just putting the ball in the box. The goalkeeper's doing a good job of stepping up off her line, you know, sweeping up any of those balls that come into that 6-yard area. Right now I think bringing it to the top of the box for some of those strong midfielders is going to be the key.
Some substitutions there as Caceres plays this one back in off the head, but it's going to stay in as Lentz is able to keep that one in play. 17 minutes gone by in the first half between these two crosstown rivals as Eliza Bentler is on the ball. She's going to play one forward, but well off her line. Able to get that one is Dvorak, who plays that one out of play.
It's not a bad idea from Eliza there. I think if they can get the outside midfielder recognizing the trigger a little bit sooner to make that run, and you know, still looks like she's adjusting to the surface. She held that ball up, or you know, took a little bit of pace off that. Maybe it would have been more of a 50-50 between the goalkeeper and the winger there.
So here are the Bronx now in possession, and the turnover though will give it back to West, and it's played back to Dvorak. Dvorak back down the right side. Ball played forward now, trying to get things going through the midfield as it's Emma Lensing on the ball now. Lensing, Caceres, trying to find Severson with the 1-2, unable to. Bella Murphy, though, running up, trying to get that one cleared, but it is back and deflected into the West third. Throw-in, though, for the Golden Bears. Quick restart here on the throw. Giving chase that time was Mary Spire, but unable to get to that one as well. It's going to be another West throw back in their own third.
Senior in a very narrow shape right now. All players of the field on one, all players on the team on one side of the field. That's not going to do much when they win the ball back.
Trying to get something going, but great defense there by Caceres. Mackenzie Allen, is she able to keep it in? She is, but Bronx able to get back in possession now. And the deflection finds Bella Murphy, who's able to clear it back down the right side. Lensing giving chase, can't keep it in. Throw in for the Bronx.
So this is what I think Senior need to work on here. They don't have any outlet. They're too cramped.
Turned over immediately off the throw, and Mackenzie Allen now giving chase to the loose ball. She's got Davies down the near side if she wants to, trying to make a run. Allen now cutting it back towards the middle, looking middle, but that one stuffed out and cleared. It'll be throw-in for West. Allen now playing it back to Caceres, who turns it over. But there is Avery Lamborn, able to play it back to Bella Murphy. West keeping possession now. Murphy to Lamborn. Lamborn playing it forward. Allen turning it over. Here's Eliza Bentler for the Bronx. But Caceres there, another great tackle. But a whistle is blown. Free kick coming up for Senior.
That's a great piece of skill there from Eliza. I mean, to make your adjustments so quickly there to try and get away from that defender, and she's drawn the foul. I think that was fantastic play.
Easy to see why she is tied second in the conference with 11 goals on the season. As West is back in possession, here's to Tori Taylor, now to Sophie Severson. Lensing trying to make a run. Severson looking for Lensing. Here is Lensing. Shot taken, but Lintz able to gabble that one up.
Lacking a little bit of quality there on the finish. I'd like to see her push that one back from where it came. That's the easiest way to make a strike. Bend it around to the near post, bring it back into the goal. That's always the best option for a striker in that situation.
So here's Senior back on the ball now. Abby Thompson trying to play things forward, but can't. Lensing now on the ball. Played back to Tori Taylor. Caceres. Davies. Davies with it now, trying to make a move. Can't, but she's back on the ball after briefly losing it there. Here's to Tori Taylor. Back to Caceres. Finds Severson. West doing a great job pinging the ball around. Murphy, though, a great ball down to our near side in the corner, looking for Davies, but Schwab there, great defense, and deflected out of bounds off Davies, so Senior will get the throw here. Schwab's throw off of Senior, so no, they will be a Golden Bears throw, that one going out of bounds off Lillian Smith. So here's Davies now. Ball being batted around, playing back towards the Senior box. Jenna Wagner just has to clear it, but it's going to find Davies, who plays it back in towards the middle, nobody home. Wagner clearing it once again, but not out of danger. Ball still loose, whistle blown, foul called, and it'll be a Bronx free kick.
if they have like set throws or set kickers.
How much longer do you think it'll take for this West offense to finally break through with the opportunity, with the looks that you're seeing from this senior alignment?
You know, they're starting to threaten from both sides now. You know, we saw Emma on the right-hand side putting a lot, but now they're bringing it over to the left. And, you know, always changing up your attack is something that's, you know, confusing to a defensive team. Senior, though, you know, they're packing it in and making it tight. Oh,
Lensing with a good shot there with the left. Lentz, though, able to make the save.
See, moving the ball quickly like that, you love to see that. Senior don't have enough time to drop in and close the spaces, you know.
Whistle blown while the free kick coming up for West. It's Tori Taylor on the free kick for the Golden Bears. Plays it in towards the box. No one home. Lentz there grabbing that one. So the set piece opportunity, producing no goal for West. We still remain scoreless here as we're counting down now. Just over 60 minutes left in the first half. Free kick booted in deep, off the head of Murphy to Dvorak, who has to kick it briefly up into the air, but not out of harm's way. Murphy trying to clear it, shot taken with the left. Rolls harmlessly to Dvorak, who's trying to get the offense up and going on the quick counter. Playing it down outer near side for Davies, but Schwab is there to get to it. Keeps it in as well. Near side official, though, saying it did go out of play. So free throw, or a throw-in coming for the Golden Bears.
Senior right now don't look like they've got a plan. They don't really know what they're doing when they get on the ball. It's obvious that they're trying to play quick, maybe find Eliza, but you know, I'd like to see them use that width a little bit more, especially here on the right-hand side. West are playing high wingers, which means this area here is easy to create 2v1s. You know, Senior's defense, they're obviously dropping and making sure that they're defending first, but you know, I'd like to see some of those outside backs come up and join the play to start creating overloads like we've seen West do.
Refs discussing something here on the sidelines. His play is stopped for a brief moment here, awaiting a throw-in from the Bronx. And Schwab throws it back into play. Here's Bentler on the ball now. And now Senior trying to switch sides of the field. Here's Peyton Grover with it. But great defense by Caceres once again. She's been doing wonderful with some of her tackles. And now here's Chloe Davies now coming down the left side. Davies cuts it back, plays it towards the right. 1-2 for Davies, intercepted by Schwab, and she clears. But here's Mackenzie Allen back on the ball for West. And this one intercepted. But once again, West able to get back on the ball so quickly as soon as they lose it, as Lamborn plays it back to Dvorak.
They just got so many players around the ball. It's difficult to play out through these guys, especially when you're playing in a narrow formation like Senior are.
Lamborn playing it forward. That one intercepted. Here's Bentler on the ball now for the Bronx, and a great defensive play there. Clear, Courtney Gagnon. Senior trying to keep pushing forward. Ball chipped in. Bella Murphy able just to get ahead on that one. That one could have been trouble if it got through. Unable to clear through the midfield, though. Bentler back on it for the Bronx. Playing it towards the middle, but Bella Murphy there, clearing things forward. Bentler with it now. Bentler playing it back. Sierra Marcial. Marcial. Ball played through, but Lamborn there able to get to it. She'll clear things out of play.
That's a great ball there inside the fullback, trying to lead your winger back towards the goal. Starting to make things happen here, Senior.
Here's Schwab on the throw, playing things in. Marcial. Marcial trying to get across and can't. Lamborn there once again. Gets it out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Bronx. Scoreless still here in the first half. No, it's going to be a corner kick for the Bronx.
Lillian Smith will be taking the corner. First corner of the night, or second corner of the night for Billings Senior. Trying to get on the board here first. Ball played in from Smith, headed away by Murphy. Schwab to it. Schwab trying to play things in. Unable to keep it in play. It'll go out for a goal kick. And some substitutions coming on now for the senior. Quick stoppage in play. As Peyton Grover will get a quick breather for tonight. It looks like Schwab will be shifting positions coming on. It looks like that's Jalen Dwyer for Billings Senior. As Dvorak plays Lamborn down our near side, who finds Mackenzie Allen. Allen back to Tori Taylor, who finds Lamborn, who plays it back forward now.
Great touch.
There's Mary Spire there, who finds Emma Lensing, who too big of a touch there.
That was a lovely pattern of play. One touch, little triangles here and there, touchdown, looking for the through ball. That's much better.
Great opportunity for West, still searching for their first goal. As now Eliza Bentler is trying to cut through the midfield. She does, she gets by Lamborn, trying to get by Murphy now. Assessing her options, but a great recovery by Caceres there as that ball finds Murphy, and she'll clear things back to Chloe Davies. Davies now down the sideline looking for Spire. Mary Spire with it. Oh, a great ball there, but pass intercepted by Jalen Dwyer. Here's Bentler. That one unable to get through. Bella Murphy there just trying to clear things away. Does, but it'll be a throw in for senior on the west end of the field as we have more substitutions coming on for the Bronx.
That was a wasted opportunity there, I think, from senior. There was a little bit of hesitation from Eliza, and you know, maybe that was because of the lack of movement from the two forwards that were ahead of her.
Ball thrown back into play here, just over the head of Lillian Smith. Ball played back though towards Bentler in the midfield, but it's going to find its way to Caceres there. Once again, great defense. Caceres playing it down, looking for Lensing there, but unable to, as it's played back in towards the west end of the field. Loiter up to Davies. Davies looking for Taylor, unable to get there. Senior back in possession. Here's Marcial playing it down to Tucker. A great defense there by Bloiter, intercepting the pass. That one played out of bounds. West throw in as we tick down under 10 minutes left to go in the first half. And more substitutions coming on. It looks like it's Sophie Severson who will be going off with the sub. Her first break of the evening as we get set to resume play. Bloiter throwing it back in, looking for Mary Spire. Caceres now trying to get a leg to it, can't. And it'll go off of Caceres for a senior throw. Bentler gets things back going for the Bronx. Finds Schwab. Bentler double teamed and loses the ball to Caceres. Here's Lamborn playing one down the near side, but it's going to go out of play. Throw in for senior Jalen Dwyer. Looks like she'll be running that one down for the throw.
West are doing such a good job of putting pressure on the ball there. You know, we just saw a 2v1 there on Eliza, and I think that's got to be part of their game plan, you know, trying to shut Eliza down, and, you know, maybe that'll be crucial to them.
Throw back in the direction of Bentler, but Bella Murphy there to get ahead to it. Schwab also trying to make it there, but can't. Tori Taylor goes down after getting caught up on the ball. Now here's Davies playing it down for Bloiter. Bloiter giving chase, but unable to get there. That'll go out of play for a senior throw. Bentler on the ball now for the Bronx, playing it back, but there once again is Courtney Gagnon down that right side. She's got a ball played in towards the middle. Brenna Lynn still able to get there first.
Senior can't get a break here. West are first to every second ball, every ball that drops down, every 50-50. Seems like West are picking up everything here.
Bella Murphy heading things forward, back towards the midfield. Here's Lensing on the ball, but quickly turning it back over as it finds Bentler now. Bentler, Dwyer now playing it forward, and Murphy's going to have to give chase. Dvorak, though, coming on, and she'll boom it away. Quick reactions there from the West keeper as he's going to find Satori Taylor there in the midfield. Some contact. Do we have a foul called? Free kick coming up for West. That'll be a foul on Dwyer. Been a relatively clean game so far. Not many whistles, not many fouls, as Avery Lambourne gets ready to send this one away. Ball played down the near side. Chloe Davies giving chase for West, able to keep it in. She does briefly until it rolls behind for a goal kick. And as you hear in our microphones, a very cold and windy night. We haven't seen any of the goalkeepers challenged by the elements yet. None of the teams really able to get any of those shots off the ground for the most part.
No, you know, maybe, you know, there's a bit of hesitation because of the wind. But, you know, right now it looks like West are pursuing the outsides here, like we're seeing here, getting some overlaps. I'd like to see them be patient and try and build the ball into the middle, but Senior are doing a good job of making it tight for them there. When they're pulling in their low block, you know, it's making it difficult for West to get through.
As West now attacking on the far side. They'll have a throw-in coming up as we tick down the 6-minute mark.
I think Senior are being very disciplined with their defensive shape here, especially when they get into their own half. You know, at the end of the day, if they don't score, they can't win, and, you know, maybe that's the approach they're taking tonight.
As Bella Murphy tries to get things out of her own end of the field, struggling. Olivia Witchman there making things difficult. Gagnon now on the throw in. Here's Bentler. Bentler being harassed by Bloiter. Bentler now trying to play it down our near side and giving chase. That time was Lillian Smith, but she was unable to keep it in. So throwing now for West, right in front of our broadcast booth. Here's Ella Bloiter. Tori Taylor now on the ball looking for Davies. Davies coming to it quickly, able to keep possession there. Great job by the forward, and she's going to find Emma Lensing now, who plays things down the left side, but no one home. Intercepted by the Bronx. Lambourne playing things forward to Caceres. Quickly turns it over. Ball still loose.
Looks like an interesting change here from Senior. They put Eliza out on the right. I think that's something that they've been missing right now. You know, through the first half, they've looked for the outlet to the right-hand side, but the right midfielder has been very, very narrow. Maybe this will be a dangerous change here. Hopefully we'll see Eliza get on the ball.
Senior trying to stay in possession of the ball. Haven't had much of the ball in the first half. Dominated by West for the most part, but they have had their opportunities now. As Tori Taylor tried playing one through, but unable to. Gagnon now looking for Lensing, who's on the ball. Back to Gagnon. And played down the right side for no one.
I guess the question is here, you know, bringing Eliza out the middle, is that gonna weaken the middle there? Are West just gonna drive straight through the center now, or will it allow Senior to find the outlet and get some more width in their game?
Ball being pinged around back towards the west end of the field and deflected out of play off of Bella Murphy. So a Senior throw as we approach stoppage time here in the first half.
I have to say, Bella's had a great first half here. I don't think she's made one mistake, and, you know, I wish the best for any player that has to play up against her. She's a force back there, and right now she doesn't look like she's going to let anything through.
We've called her name quite a bit tonight. Backline for West, who's only allowed 2 goals all season long. Quite the accomplishment there. As West is trying to get back on the ball here. Lambourne playing things forward now, looking up towards midfield for Spire, who was unable to get to the ball, but will give chase. Here's Bentler on it now. Bentler quickly losing it to Davies, who's going to play things forward. Spire with it. Bettler trying to get it back. Spire, though, able to retain possession. Here's Bloiter with it now, who finds Lamborn. Playing it back towards Murphy. Gives it right back to Lamborn. Davies with it now. Down the right side, no one home. Trying to get the ball back. And that one cleared away by Jenna Wagner. It'll be a throw in for West. Nope, they're going to call a foul there. And it looks like it'll be a free kick in favor for the Bronx. You might be mistaken, folks. We do have a throw in for West. Or no, we do have a free kick for Senior. We're throwing for Senior. Free kick for Senior. maybe we'll figure it out here in a. Maybe we'll figure it out here in a second. I was right the first time, and that's what is important. Life lesson, kids. Always trust your gut. As we finally resume play here as Lamborn gets it back to Dvorak. And we have entered stoppage time here in the first half. Still scoreless between Senior and West. Caceres with the ball now to Lamborn. Not many opportunities for the Bronx, a handful of opportunities for the West, but not what you would call quality opportunities.
No, I don't think I've seen them on the ball inside the box. To really threaten a team, you need to be making runs, changing it up. A lot of the time they've been receiving on the outside, putting crosses in from outside the box. I'd love to see them try and threaten and get inside that box. When you get inside the box, it changes the mindset of a defender. At that point, maybe they're going to have to make a tackle. Maybe you can get a shot off. Maybe you even get a foul against you.
We saw another cross there, caught by Lintz. Has been doing that all night long. Murphy now playing things forward. Gagnon down the right side, losing it. Olivia Witchman trying to get possession, but can't. It'll be a throw in for West. Here's Caceres on it now for the Golden Bears. Back to Lamborn. Lamborn to Bloiter. Davies trying to get to it, can't. Contact, and there's the whistle.
I don't know if Senior would be frustrated with that call. They maybe had advantage here on the right-hand side, but I'm sure they'll take the free kick regardless.
Here's Dwyer's free kick. Deflected around off of the leg of Taylor. Murphy, ball played back in. Dvorak there, right to her arms. And there is the first half whistle. So scoreless, 0-0. Each team with a couple of goal scoring opportunities, but no goals put up on the board here in the first half. Johnny, what are some of your takeaways?
I think West are obviously the dominant team tonight. I'd like to see them get inside the box, like I was saying before, and maybe start driving at those defenders and committing them. They obviously want to pass the ball, but right now I haven't seen that cutthroat mentality that you need to try and score those goals.
So 0-0 at halftime between these two crosstown rivals. We'll be back with more high school soccer on SWX in just a moment. And welcome back to SWX, everyone. Be sure to tune into our nightly sports wrap-up, SWX Tonight, for full highlights and scores from all of tonight's action across the state. Join Sean Rainey, Chris Byers tonight, and the entire SWX team every weeknight at 10:30 right here on SWX, your statewide leader in live local sports. Spencer Martin escaping the cold Montana fall weather we're having. He's enjoying Hawaii, so Chris Spires will be on the SWX Tonight desk tonight with Sean and the rest of the crew. Some senior night festivities taking place here at Amon Park. We got the student body going crazy, but we have a pretty uneventful game on the pitch tonight, 0-0 so far. What are some things you're looking for, some improvements from either one of these teams?
You know, I think from senior, it's actually getting on the ball and using the width from the field. That they didn't have any outlets, and you know, it's obvious tonight that they're not going to be getting much success through the middle unless it's on a counter attack. I think they put Eliza out on the right hand side, and I think that hopefully she'll be able to cause some trouble here. From West, I really want to see them try and get in the box. You know, right now they haven't really threatened the goalkeeper, and you know, you don't shoot, you don't score. That's the end of the game. So I'd like to see them really challenge the goalkeeper here in the second half.
Two of the top goal scorers in the conference, Emma Lensing and Eliza Bettler, each coming in this contest with 11 goals. See if they can change it, add another one to their totals in the second half, as we're just a few minutes away from getting play started back here at Amon Park.
Yeah, I'd be curious what the senior coach is discussing right now. You know, if I was over there, I'd be asking them, you know, or at least telling them, you know, what's the plan? It didn't look like they had a plan here in the first half, and when they got on the ball, it just looked hopeful. It was a big difference when West got the ball. They looked like they had some kind of plan, trying to play the ball around, create gaps. You know, ball movement always creates gaps in defensive units. Didn't look like senior really had an idea of where they were going with the ball.
West getting a lot of their offense down the, a lot of crosses from Emma Lensing and Chloe Davies. Maybe one will find the head of a West attacker in the second half. We'll be back with more after the break. And welcome back to Amon Park, second half between Billings Senior and Billings West, just moments away. Now, we've seen some good things, we've seen some bad things. What are some things that you're looking for? We'll start with Billings Senior. What are some things they should improve on, or what should we be looking for from them? In terms, you mentioned at one point a lot of their players all stacked up on one side of the field, very bad at their spacing. Should we look for that to improve in the second half?
Yeah, they definitely need their width. You know, transition is a massive thing in soccer. You know, going from defensive shape, which is tight and narrow, to a offensive shape when you win the ball, that needs to happen instantly. And the starting positions of some of the senior players doesn't allow for that. So when they're getting the ball, it's just going straight back into West hands. I'd love to see them try and stretch the field just a little bit more so that they can work on their possession and actually create the gaps like West have been doing.
Well, we'll have the second half between the Golden Bears and the Bronx coming up for you after the break. Soccer, I'm Dominic Delfidio, joined by my partner tonight, Johnny Winter. And Johnny, we have yet to see a goal put on the board, but West has been threatening. They've been getting some opportunities down on the senior end of the field.
Yeah, you know, it's surprising they haven't got one yet with all the firepower they have in their squad, but I'm sure, yeah, here in the second half we're going to see a couple, I hope.
Cold weather, cold offense, but the defense playing well for both teams in this one. But that is no surprise if you're a Billings West fan. They've only allowed 2 goals the entire season. And that's what happens when you have Montana commit in net Ashlyn Dvorak, who's pitched 9 shutouts on the year.
You know, not only is she a good goalkeeper, she's a great player. It's a great attribute to have a goalkeeper who's outstanding with her feet. Really plays into the style that West have here.
And, you know, that's one thing Coach Rob Zimmerman says as well. You know, she's so comfortable playing with the ball at her feet. We've seen it at times here tonight. Just an all-around solid soccer player, and that's just aids to that solid back line back there with Lamborn and Dvorak, Bloiter as well. So West getting ready to kick things off here in the second half. Here's Caceres playing one down for Davies as he wants to get through to our near side. Overby playing things forward now, but back on the ball is Gagnon for West, trying to get back in possession. Whistle blown, foul called. It'll be a free kick for senior. Looks like Marcial was called there.
You don't mind to see that early in the second half. Let them know you're back up for it.
This one's played in, but right to Lintz. As she plays one up. Here's Mary with it now. Mary Spire playing it down the left-hand side for Davies. Davies for Satori Taylor, back for Davies, but There is Brenna Lintz once again to the rescue.
No, she's done a good job tonight of coming up off her line, not being stuck to the line. It's causing trouble here for West. They can't find a way through. But that was the first time I think I've seen them actually play a through ball into the box. So going in the right direction here for West.
Bella Murphy getting her left foot on that one, playing one in, looking for Satori Taylor, but unable to get there. But that was Mary Spire on the receiving end. Here's Davies with it now. Davies playing it back. Here's Taylor in the midfield trying to keep possession. She does. Caceres now looking for Severson. That pass unable to get through. Here's Bentler on the ball now for the Bronx. Bentler playing one down the right side. Bronx looking for something, but Bella Murphy there able to get to it after the big touch from Wichman.
Looks like maybe a bit of a change here from the end of the first half. Bringing Eliza back in the middle. I thought it was a good decision to put her on the outside, but maybe the coach knows something I don't.
Here's Bentler now taking on the shot from distance, but an easy save for Dvorak. Dvorak's punt looking for Davies, who heads it down the sideline, but out of play. Here's Schwab now throwing it back in for the Bronx. Looking for Bentler, but unable to get there, as this one's booted back down the right-hand side. And out of play, as Wichman once again unable to keep that ball in play. A cold and windy night in Amon Park. None of the keepers really challenged yet by either offense. When it's cold and windy like this, do the offenses tend to struggle a little bit generating those goal-scoring opportunities?
Well, I mean, your feet are frozen. You can't feel your toes. That obviously plays into it. You know, I think that the wind is still a big factor here. You know, some of these teams might be looking for balls over the top, which, you know, on this field in these conditions don't really work. It's unpredictable once the ball goes in the air.
Free kick here for West. And it's Wichman, though, getting to it, but out of play. Throw-in coming now for Golden Bears. As Boyder gets ready to toss it back into play. Boyder back in possession. West keeping things down that far sideline. As here's Taylor playing it back for Caceres. Here's Mary Spire. Spire back towards the middle, no one home. Schwab trying to play it out, but it's going to find Bloiter. Bloiter down the left side. Bloiter back for Davies. Davies centering pass. It's going to find its way back to Caceres. And now here's Lensing back on the ball. Lensing, little 1-2, trying to get it back, but can't. Good defense there from Overby. West able to still retain possession as Bella Murphy playing it back towards the middle, but unable to keep possession there with Severson as it's played back down. Wichman giving chase, but Lamborn beating her to it, plays it back to Dvorak, who gives it right back to Lamborn. Comes West back on the attack. Bloiter now. Bloiter with a nice move. Trying to keep in possession, but can't. Turns it back over. Wagner clearing it back. Ball played down our near side for Emma Lensing, but Overby is there to clear it once again. Caceres and Marcial battling for it, but it's going to be Bentler who comes away with it with a burst of speed. Bentler through the midfield now. Bentler going to cut it down the right side. She's got Wichman. She plays it down for Wichman. Wichman on the cross. Shot taken over the bar. What an opportunity. One of the first real threatening opportunities we've seen from senior. That's Kendall Tucker on the shot attempt. What did you like about that sequence?
Yeah, where that play began was senior had a solid shape. They had a good diamond there in the middle, and that allowed them to pick up the ball. When they went forward quickly. But, you know, I think for senior, they're going to have to keep that shape in the middle and try and dominate the middle of the field to have any luck going forward here tonight.
Good opportunity for the Bronx, who haven't seen many good goal-scoring opportunities tonight. As now Davies finds herself back in possession as West tries to get in a counter. Davies for Severson. Back to Caceres. Severson now looking for Lensing. That pass once again Overby with the quick step, able to get there and clear. Lamborn back down the right side. Here's Davies with it now. Davies playing it down the left-hand side, but out of play. Throw in for senior. As we take a look back at that shot attempt from Kendall Tucker just moments ago, as Bentler takes a seat on the turf. We'll get to that replay here in just a moment. Here's Lamborn. Trying to get things through, so Tori Taylor comes away with the ball now. She's going to play one in. Little out of the reach for Davies.
You see the senior shape here. It's changed slightly. They're more of a 4-3-3 now rather than a 5 in midfield.
Caceres now taking on the shot. That one partially blocked, but it's going to find its way through. Tripling towards the net. It's a goal! Billings West finally breaking through. Sophie Severson turning garbage into gold. West breaking through the first goal of the night.
That's a great finish, a great touch there. It was very close quarters, and she had the maturity just to slot it past the goalkeeper. A lot of players there would have tried to rocket it.
Take a look at the replay here. Here's Caceres taking on the shot.
Look at that touch there. Great awareness, great maturity, and wow, what a finish.
So Billings West able to break through. 7 minutes into the second half. 1-0 is our score as we resume play. And Johnny, in a game like this where you have the elements the way they are, the defense is playing the way they are those the type of goals that, you know, could be the difference in this one? The type of goals each offense is just trying to get in?
Yeah, I mean, you know, every goal doesn't need to be a wonder goal. Ugly goals, you know, count just as much as wonder goals. I think that the big difference there is that West brought it centrally and shot from the top of the box rather than putting the ball in from the sides. That's causing more of a threat there to those guys in center defense. And you know, you don't shoot, you don't score. I think there was a great opportunity there for West, and wow, great instincts to follow that ball in.
Sophie Severson, another goal, adding to her total. She's got 7 now on the year to go along with 10 assists. So quite the year for the senior, getting a goal on senior night. Memorable moment now as the Bronx try and get one back, but unable to. Great defense once again from that West back line. Able to get rid of that scoring opportunity, but Eliza Bentler trying to create some more chances. She's going to play one down the right side. Here's Wichman in possession now. Wichman puts on a move. Wichman's cross towards the middle. Deflected back out, but not out of the box until now as it's played back towards Davies.
Senior is starting to find their way through there. I think, you know, if we can get the through ball, you know, more forward or more straight for a diagonal run, that would have brought the winger inside the box, and that's far more threatening than making a pass towards the outside there.
West now trying to add to another one on the board. This one's played in, but out of bounds, deflected off of Taylor. So it'll be a throw in for senior. Back down the other end we go for a throw in for West.
It's great to watch West defending. You know, at any one time there are 3 or 4 players around the ball. It's making it very, very difficult for senior. Vice versa, you know, you see senior here, they have no real interest in going and win the ball in the other half. They're setting their line of confrontation at the halfway line and waiting for West to come at it.
Brief stoppage in play for some subs. For senior, trotting off, it's going to be Bea Bentler for the Bronx. As we are just above 10 minutes gone by in the second half. Sophie Severson's goal, the difference so far on the scoreboard, 1-0 West. Looking to keep their unbeaten streak alive this season.
Senior just made an interesting change there. They moved their center back to center forward, brought on a new center back. I always hesitate bringing on central defenders partway through the game.
As Davies shot, easy save for Lentz, no rebound for Lensing there as she was crashing hard towards the net. Here's Marcial on the ball now for senior, losing it though. Here's Emma Lensing. Caceres. Caceres' pass is intercepted by Wichman. Wichman now looking for Thompson. That pass though, unable to get through. Now Overby and Lensing giving chase. Lensing kicking and swing and a miss there. Overby just playing that one out of play, so it'll still be a throw in for West. Here's Severson. He turns it over. Marcial just going to clear it out of play. It'll be another West throw in the corner. Mary Spire unable to corral that throw, and once again we have another Billings West throw in here on our near side.
Yeah, senior struggling to get out. This pressure is too much for them.
Here's Gagnon getting ready to get the ball back into play. Floats one back in towards Spire. Spire turning, looking for Severson. Severson's ball still loose. And once again, senior just has to clear it away into the corner. Still a throw in. But the Golden Bears threatening once again. Marcial though able to step to that and intercept the pass. She'll try and clear things down our right side, but Bella Murphy there make the interception. And that cross just over the head of Davies. And senior finally able to clear their own end of the field.
Senior just defending for their lives right now. That's what it looks like. Made a substitute, maybe to put themselves back on a more aggressive front, you know, higher up the field, but they've just been stuck right now.
And you mentioned in the first half, you know, it almost seemed as if senior was content with playing with the park the bus mentality. If they can't score, they can't win. Now trailing by 1 goal. Do you expect them to switch up their style of play a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You know, everyone wants to win, especially big crosstown games like this. So, you know, you'd expect to see some changes coming from senior. My only question is, do they have the depth in their squad to be able to make those changes?
We'll find out if head coach Stephanie Wagner has any tricks up her sleeve. We are now ticking down to 27 minutes left to play here in this one.
You know, the other option would be just to, you know, they right now they've stuck with the same formation, just changing the personnel, but, you know, maybe they might want to change, maybe go 3 at the back, throw some more players forward.
Severson with a nice move to get things back into the box, but unable to capitalize on the opportunity was West. Lensing was taken down in the box. No whistle, holding her ankle, but she seems like she's okay, limping a little bit. It's going to be a throw-in for the Golden Bears.
West look like they're playing with some style here. They're having fun with it.
Another West throw coming up. Spending a lot of time in this near side corner here in the second half. Here's Tori Taylor letting one roll. Mary Spire, a nice little touch to Caceres, who plays it back in the middle, looking for Lensing. Unable to get there as Bella Murphy heads it back towards Tori Taylor. Taylor now playing it down for Gagnon. Gagnon sends it back across the middle. Ball still loose. Marcial trying to get there for senior. Does, but once again, Bella Murphy better stop it in play. It looks like they called a handball, and they did. So senior catching a break and finally catch their breath for a moment after that handball. Free kick coming up. Coral Conley playing that one in. And getting through now, almost getting through was Wichman. And it looks like there is going to be a whistle called. So a foul called there, resulting in a free kick for senior just on the other end of midfield. Golden Bears trying to plead their case. Referee having none of it. "15 minutes gone by, second half, 1-0 Billings West. Coral Conley here taking the free kick for senior, trying to generate some offense off the set piece opportunity. Free kick sent into the box. And easily defended by West. And now they'll look to counter. Here's Lensing waiting for the ball. Lensing now down the right-hand side. Here's Mary Spire giving chase. West getting numbers in the box. Great ball. Lensing trying to play back towards the middle, but blocked in front by Wagner. It'll be a corner kick for West.
That's some great movement there. You have Mary coming out to the outside. You had Emma going back on the inside. That's very hard to defend against, especially at the speed that they're coming at.
So Billings West getting the corner kick. Quick corner now played in. Here's Severson. Severson centering ball. Bella Murphy. Oh, what a goal scoring opportunity just over the bar. Oh, Bella Murphy. She'll score that one 9 times out of 10, folks.
Oh, that's an opportunity miss right there. Can't afford to miss those, especially in these type of situations. Get one more in the net and the game's yours.
The quick corner from Taylor to Severson, and the beautiful pass to a wide open Bella Murphy in the middle of the box, just unable to capitalize on the opportunity. So things still remain 1-0. But West still trying to add another. Here's Davies and both Satori Taylor both giving chase. Trying to get the offense going. Ball played down the right-hand side. Trying to keep it in play. Ball's still loose. Lintz, though, there to gobble that one up.
No, I'm enjoying West play right now. That they're continuously trying new things. You know, even coming from that corner, starting to play a short corner. We've got movement coming from the inside to the outside. We have our fullbacks getting around, and that was a defender there getting inside the box. That's what you love to see.
Here's Conley with it now for senior, working it through the midfield. Her pass intercepted, and now here's Mary Spire playing it down, looking for Emma Lensing, but Overby stepping too, but it is gonna find Lensing. And Lintz got a piece of it, but the ref is gonna call it a goal kick. Clearly, Brenna Lintz got her hands on it before going out of play, but our near side official did not see that and rules it a goal kick. You can see the frustration on the face of Lensing as here's our replay, as Overby just unable to get to that one, and you see it clear as day.
Looks like it.
So a missed call there by the official, resulting in the goal kick, but West back on the ball, trying to play a little 1-2 action here down the sidelines. Going to try and keep it in is Bloider. Can she? She does, and it is going to go off the senior defender for another corner for West, where they just scored off a corner moments ago, or had a great goal scoring opportunity moments ago.
It's opening up for West here. Down the right, down the left, down the middle. You know, it's their pick at this point.
West dominating possession in both halves, especially here in the second half. Senior hardly on the ball as this corner is played into the box high. And it's in off the foot of Satori Taylor. West has another. It is 2-0 Billings West.
I think that was down to poor organization in the box there. Had 2 or 3 West players completely free in the center of the box, and you know, you're kind of asking for it when you get in situations like that.
The midfield junior, Satori Taylor, the recipient of that cross. Beautiful left foot there. What did you like about that set piece, Johnny?
You know, the ball was perfect. You know, dropping that ball right there between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot, that's dangerous. The goalkeeper doesn't know if it's their job. The defenders don't know if it's their job. And you know, West movement in there, they're flooding the box. They had every opportunity to score that one, especially when senior aren't going to mark up.
So Satori Taylor adding an insurance goal for West. And a 2-goal deficit against this West team is a hard one to dig yourself out of. And senior staring that right into the face right now with 20 minutes left to go in the second half.
It'll be interesting to see how senior respond now.
Are you going to really look for them to start opening up, taking some risks?
You know, you don't really have any other option at this point, you know.
Maybe Lamborn taking the free kick now for West. Here's Taylor with it. She's going to find Caceres. Caceres now playing one in for Mary Spire, who's going to get all the way through to Morgan Overby, who clears things to Bella Murphy, who's looking for Lensing, and into a goal that is out of play.
I'd like to see Senior, you know, drop the ball into the opposition half and start to press. You know, holding their line at the halfway line and allowing West to come into their half. That's not going to help them moving forward. We need to start getting territory. Soccer's a game of territory.
Senior just unable to possess the ball. West swarming any Senior player who comes in possession of the ball. Here's Eliza Bentler, though, trying to make something happen, looking for a call, and she gets it, being held there by Caceres.
Eliza's always going to be a handful there, but you know, she can't do this game on her own. She was going forward there. She could have been on a break, but you know, West were back in numbers, and Senior only going forward with 2 or 3 players. They need to start throwing players forward into the opposition half and creating overloads.
Free kick here from Conley, playing it towards the box, so headed back out towards towards Mary Spire. He's going to play things down the near side here. Here's Boyder. Back for Spire and out of play. And another stoppage for some substitutions. And it'll be Chloe Davies getting a quick breather. And coming on to replace her, it looks like that is Sienna Connolly. The senior getting some playing time on senior night. Severson on the ball now. Marcialo trying to get it play through, and it does, and out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Billings Senior Bronx. We'll be on the throw into Bentler, but Satori Taylor quickly there to get the ball back in possession for West, but her pass is intercepted by Schwab. And Schwab now trying to work things through the midfield, looking for Marcial, but that pass also intercepted. Here's Caceres now to Lensing. Lensing, Overby there making late contact, and there's the foul called. Bella Murphy coming up to take the free kick now for Billings West. Looking to capitalize on another set piece opportunity. They've had plenty of great opportunities as Lentz unable to make that catch cleanly, but able to get the loose ball back in possession.
Okay, and that's a great ball there, right between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot, in behind the defenders. There's an area of hesitation there.
Here's Abby Thompson now for senior, trying to get a goal-scoring opportunity. No whistle. She was taken down. Here is the whistle, though. Nope, they're just going to call it a throw-in. Thought advantage might have been played there for a moment.
I didn't see anything in that tackle there.
Neither did the referee. So it'll just be a throw-in for senior. Take a look at the replay here. What do you think, Johnny? Not much there?
Oh, you know, I'd like to see it again, you know. Inside the box, it's always dangerous, but looked like it was a fair contest, to be honest. I'd like to know whether she actually got contact on the ball. It's hard to see from here.
Here's Peyton Hang with the shot, and a diving save by Dvorak. What a save by the West keeper. That is just one of the many reasons why she is one of the top goalkeepers in the state.
Full extension on that one.
Another good opportunity, though, for the Bronx, trying to show some signs of life here in the second half. If we see Dvorak here on the replay before this corner, or we're going to get to the corner here as Bentler taking the corner, but cleared away out of bounds. As we take a look at our replay here. Great cut by Haig, right foot shot, but as you mentioned, full extension from Dvorak, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, the touch there to get across the defender, you know, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that shot. Just outstanding goalkeeping there.
One of the best goal-scoring opportunities for the Bronx tonight has Bella Murphy, who's trying to make it through the midfield, carrying it up a bit, but loses it to Peyton Grover and the Bronx.
But we're starting to see some senior players up in the opposing half. That's going to be massive for them. Look.
Have it now in the West third, but turning it over.
That's it. Don't let them out the half. Play the game in the other team's half, and you're always going to have half a chance.
Foul called. It'll be a free kick coming up from the Bronx.
Much better from senior here. Applying a little bit more pressure on West, and looks like West are a little shaken by it.
Lillian Smith waiting to take the free kick for the Bronx now. Free kick played in. She's going to take the shot on, but it's right to Dvorak. He makes the easy save as we tick down to under 15 left to go in the second half. Dvorak punting one that is going to go find its way to Spire, unable to keep it in, but it will be a West throw.
That free kick there, I'd be curious to know whether it was a shot or a cross. It looked somewhere in between. You always want to have maybe a little bit of spin on that ball to bring it across goal back towards the players who are making runs.
Satori Taylor and Sophie Sievertson, the two goal scorers for the Golden Bears tonight. Sievertson getting her goal on senior night. Good way for her to go out, her final home game. Throwing now for the Bronx. Here's Bentler on the ball now. Bentler trying to play things back towards the middle. She's going to find Lillian Smith, who's got room to turn. And her pass, though, intercepted by Gagnon.
Again, senior lacking width. Starting position of the left forward here.
And Lensing trying to play one back for Dvorak. Dvorak almost a little too far out of position there. Had to sprint to get that one down to prevent an own goal. As here's Caceres now in the midfield for senior, who's going to find Mary Spire. Senior now back in possession. Turning and moving with it now is Thompson, who plays one back towards the middle. And there's Mackenzie Allen to it for West, but she's going to turn it over. Here's Bentler now trying to carve her way through the middle, but that one intercepted. And now West can try and get the offense going once again. Here's Sievertson to Lensing. Lensing cutting things back towards the midfield. And a beautiful ball, just a little bit too far for Mary Spire. Beautiful opportunity there for West. Good look from Lensing.
That's a great ball there. I think she's victim of the surface there. A little bit fast, skipped off the bounce. Great movement though.
She had Mary Spire cutting towards the net with not a defender not close. As we resume play with a goal kick here from Lintz. Lamborn getting her head to it now, as West will try and stay in possession. Cross played back towards the middle, unable to find a West player now, as Eliza Bentler now is going to try and lead a charge for senior on a quick counter. Here's Bentler through the midfield. Bentler playing one down the left side. She's got Thompson, but unable to get a good quality shot there as it rolls to Dvorak for the save.
I think it was a great ball. You want to see the forward there carry the ball a little bit further. Get inside that box, see if you can commit the goalkeeper, make him freeze. That's when you pull the trigger.
And you know, Johnny, senior hasn't had many goal scoring opportunities. Do you think that quick trigger comes from, you know, we finally have an opportunity here, let's try and get one going? Do you think that caused that quick shot?
Absolutely. You know, the more the time runs down, the more pressure they have, you know, and so they snatch at opportunities that maybe aren't there, or they rush opportunities that need a little bit more time. I think that showed us there, you know, the mindset that senior are in right now. It's frantic, it's desperate.
That it is, trailing by 2 goals as we hit the 11-minute mark. Lemma Lensing with a nice move. Lensing now right foot, shot taken. Brenna Lentz there with a nice save.
Definitely a more entertaining second half. It's opened up a little bit more. We're seeing opportunities on both ends.
Here's Tori Taylor playing back for Mackenzie Allen in the midfield. As we approach 10 minutes left to play in the second half. And more down the far side. And out of play. Be throwing for West.
You know, there was a shift there for about 5-10 minutes where Senior were really on the front foot, stepping up, trying to press them in the opposition half, and I think it was really doing good things for them. Now, you know, after one attempt on goal by West, you know, Senior resorted back to their original style, and you know, I don't think they're going to be able to get out of this.
And Chloe Davies coming back on for Billings West, the senior getting her final moments. Has this one, floats off the crossbar. We talked about those type of shots are at the top of the broadcast, getting caught up in the air like that. Almost a third goal for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, I think that caught the keeper off guard there a little bit. She was scrambling to get back, but you're absolutely right, that ball must be moving around in the air.
As Chloe Davies back in possession now, finds Mackenzie Allen. Working her way down the far side, trying to cut things back, runs into her own player, and West still able to keep possession until turning it over here. Here's Overby, losing it to Lensing, who's going to play it back for Gagnon. Gagnon to Lensing. Lensing's right-footed cross blocked by Overby, handball called. So a free kick coming for West, and a chance for another goal and a set-piece opportunity.
Let's go, Black. Get one.
Yeah, Lensing's been very active here in the second half. You know, I don't mind that early cross, but you know, I think she's got the better of this left back here. I think she could start to take chances in actually taking her own one-on-one.
Sophie Severson looking like she'll be the one to take this free kick.
They're going to try something here. Looks like they're discussing.
Looks like they're scheming something, the two seniors, as it's going to be a cross from Severson. Easily headed down, but still in the box. Not cleared yet until now. Schwab able to get to it and clear things down as Thompson gets to the ball. Abby Thompson down the left side. Dvorak retreats back to her net. She was close to midfield there during that set-piece opportunity as it's played in for Haig. But Dvorak able to just let that one roll into her grasp, and she'll pick that one up.
Yeah, too slow on the transition there from Senior. It was a great opportunity for a counter-attack, but you only see two players maybe trying to get forward.
Here's Lensing now trying to play one forward to Severson, just a little bit out of her reach as Connolly now is with it and puts it out of bounds. Final 7 minutes to go. Second half. Billings West leading 2-0. Sophie Severson, Satori Taylor. 2 goal scorers for West High in this one over their rival Billings Senior. West yet to lose a game this season. 2 draws, the only blemish on their record. So looking like that unbeaten streak will continue tonight as this one played back in the middle, but Chloe Davies is right there. And she just taps it wide. A perfect opportunity at a third and for the senior to get on the board here tonight.
What a fantastic cross that was. Unfortunate not to get that ball in the net there on that one.
So Bella Murphy and Chloe Davies each with 2 great goal-scoring opportunities on the doorstep, unable to capitalize as Senior starts to navigate their way through the midfield before turning it over. Here's Mary Spire on the quick turnaround, finding Sophie Severson. Severson to Lensing. Lensing playing one in for Connolly. Unable to get there as Lentz gets her hands on it and able to corral it. We'll have a throw in for West on our far sideline.
This time for Senior, you know, you're looking towards the leaders in the team. You know, who's going to pick up this standard? Who's going to carry the team here in the last 5 minutes? See if you can't get anything from this game. Right now, I see a group of individuals. You know, you need to be a collective force, and someone needs to be the one to dictate that in the group? Who's going to have the confidence to pick players up and bring the standard up around them?
Really haven't seen too much out of Senior. We've seen a couple bursts in both halves, but no really sustained pressure from the Bronc attack. As we have a throw-in procedure there, it'll send things back down. It'll be a Bronc throw-in.
Well, you don't see that often.
You do not.
Soccer 101 right there.
Ticking down to the last stages of this one. Billings West going to remain unbeaten on the season, as here's Caceres now making her way through the midfield. Ooh. And a team that took a lot of momentum in the last year's postseason, looking like they'll do so again. They've been on an absolute tear all season long with no signs of slowing down. Throw in here for Emma Lensing and Billings West. Gagnon's throw in towards the box, won't make it in, cleared away. And here's Thompson on the ball now, but Gagnon able to get back and regain possession for West. Here's Lensing now. Lensing playing it down into the corner. Lensing crossing. Lentz there catching.
Yeah, she did well to get a cross in there. You know, I'd like to see her start taking more aggressive touches, lean her back in towards the goal. I don't think she needs to run around this girl. Let's get past her and get inside the box to take it for yourself.
Severson on the ball now, finds Lensing. Plays it back for Gagnon, who chips it in down on the near side. Connolly giving chase. And it's going to go out off Senior, so it'll stay West ball. And it looks like we'll get some final substitutions. Curtain calls for the Seniors for the West High team as they all grasp hands and trot off the field for the final time together as high school teammates. And what a moment, what a memory this is for those group of girls, going out on top over their rival 2-0 as they'll all walk off in unison. One final time tonight, the crowd giving a big hand as things are wrapping up here at Amon Park as we are just a few moments away from stoppage time.
That's great to see, you know, all those seniors getting together. You know, a lot of these players, you know, for both teams that have known each other a very long time. They've been playing soccer against each other in high school. They've been playing together in club. You know, it's nice to see that at the end of the day, you know, everything's left on the field and they can go out and enjoy these moments together.
It's a load of substitutions coming on for Billings West to finish this game out. A game that they were in control from the jump. Took them a while for their offense to get going, but when they did, they struck in bunches, and Johnny, we easily could be looking at a 4-0 game.
I think it should have been, you know, by this point, West have by far been the dominant team, but, you know, maybe don't show that little bit of fire, that little bit of desire to give the final product here.
As we have now entered stoppage time, the final knockings of this game. Here's Overby, gets ready to throw this one in. So Senior with the loss will fall to 8-4-2 on the season. As one final counter now from the Bronx. Here's Eliza Bentler playing it down the left-hand side. It is going to get through, but the offsides flag is raised. And that counter quickly snuffed out, but the shot still taken there. Maybe a little bit of a frustration shot there on the end of the Bronx.
I mean, they have to be frustrated. They continuously fought in the middle here, but with no success on the other end of the field.
We're waiting the final whistle in this one as that one played out of play. So Schwab runs over to get what may be the final throw-in in this contest. As postseason play is just a few games away, folks. We are getting ready for postseason play. West is going to be riding a wave of momentum into the postseason. Meanwhile, the Bronx, still a good team, but we'll have to do some reevaluating heading into the postseason. Johnny, what did you get from looking at the senior team tonight?
You know, I think the senior team are they're younger than this West team. You know, the West team has a lot of seniors there, as we saw, and they play as a better collective. You know, I think senior maybe need to go back, get some work, maybe watch some film and see some of the areas in which they're lacking. You know, I think their formation is fair for the players that they have, but you know that they're absolutely lacking width when they're going forward. You know that they're going forward fast, but sporadically. I'd like to see their outside defenders come up and get involved in attacking plays. You know, maybe it was the game plan for tonight to hold a deeper line, but you know, when the game changes, you need to change with it and adjust to the situation.
And there is the final whistle. Billings West, a 2-0 win over Billings Senior. Johnny, we just talked about Billings Senior. What did you like out of Billings West tonight?
I mean, wow, it was a dominant performance from these guys. You know, they all have this shared understanding of how they're going to play. They're very patient, technically dominant on the ball. You know, they're threatening different areas each time they get the ball, and I think that really goes to show, you know, why they're scoring so many goals and why they're so dominant. I'd be really interested to see how far these guys go, because, I mean, wow, that's a great team.
And a great team and a great game it was. Billings West 2-0. Your final as they remain unbeaten on the season. For Johnny Winter, I'm Dominic Delfidio. Thank you for tuning in to High School Soccer on SWX. Until next time, have a good rest of your night.